These kids have no idea what I sent them inside this box. It's not from a sci-fi movie. It's a laser turret. But not just any laser. It's a real tool I built to help people exercise their eyes. And yes, some may even improve their vision. It's got modes, motors, and a lot of codes. But to understand why I built this, we need to rewind a bit. When my son was 4 years old, we received a letter from preschool asking for a vision check. So we took him to the eye doctor and they prescribed very strong glasses. And when you are faced in a situation like this, usually you start asking questions. So I asked the doctor, is there any way for me to help him improve his vision? And she looked me straight in the eyes and she said, nope. Usually people get worse vision as they age. At that time, I also wear glasses. And something about that moment really hit me. Honestly, you feel powerless. And honestly, I wasn't ready to accept that future for my son. So I did what engineers do best. I started researching. That's when I came across something called eye exercises. Basically, certain movements and habits that can help you relax your eye muscles so you can see clearer. At that point, I said to myself, if I can do these exercises and improve my vision, so does my son. And I have to admit, eye exercises helped me get rid of my glasses once and for all. But I quickly ran into a problem. Eye exercises are great, but they are extremely boring. So I figured, why not I use laser, but not to burn your cornea like LASIK, but to make training your eyes much easier and fun. And that's how I ended up building this. A laser turret that can project motion patterns for your eyes to follow. But before we get started, let me explain how this circuit works. So you have the Arduino, which is the brain in this circuit. It will take the input from the code, and then it will send signal to the output, which are the servo motors in this case. And since our laser is attached to it, the laser will follow the movement of the servo motors. And of course you have the breadboard, which has all the wiring and the button to change the mode. And lastly, we need to connect everything to the power. At first, I just used one servo motor. Super simple. And since I was determined to build this laser turret, I started by going after one simple eye exercise, which is moving your eyes from left to right. And using one servo motor and a lot of codes that I used with my friend ChatGPT, with my Arduino microcontroller, I was able to mimic the first eye exercise, which is moving your eyes from left to right. But I quickly realized if I need more complex movement, like diagonal or circular, I will need a second axis. And as a big believer in scientific methods, so I started thinking if one servo motor can move from left to right or up down in one axis, if I stick a second servo motor on the shaft of the first one and program both of them, we can achieve two axes. So one servo motor from X direction and the other servo motor from the Y direction. And going back to Arduino, I had to adjust the code to generate this pattern. I was able to achieve two more circular motions. Of course, the first version looked like I had a laser seizure. But after a few iterations, I got it smooth. Eventually, I was able to program 3 modes. The first mode, simple left to right movement, which is great for warm-ups. The second mode is following a 16 star points, like this. And to be able to do that, I had to do some creative math, translating the X, Y into servo motors angles. The third and the most important mode was the infinity sines loop. This shape actually helps with tracking fatigue and peripheral awareness. And let me tell you the truth, doing these exercises with a lot of relaxation techniques made a huge difference in my vision. I can see 20/20 without my glasses. And actually that's what motivated me to start sharing this with people, especially my son. This turret is not magic. It's a tool to make vision training fun and exciting. And if boring exercises are the main reason why people quit and they don't stay consistent, then maybe we just need to engineer better solutions. And if you're curious about trying this out, I'm planning on sharing the code and everything I did so you can build it on your own. Or you can basically subscribe and follow along to see more DIY projects. Because maybe LASIK is not the only answer.